What I thought, this Big Snoop Dogg, when you're watching Hyped Up Live Session with my main man Tony Green. And that's right, tell him Big Snoop Dogg sent you. We looking for all that new talent in the Detroit area. Let's go, D.
Yeah, you know what time it is. All the way from the legendary Russell Industrial Center in the heart of Detroit City comes Hyped Up Live Sessions with your host, your boy T-Money Green. We've created a show to bring the very best talent from Detroit, from around the world, to you sitting on your couch. It's like a couch concert, baby, as you never experienced before. You could be the next artist to perform on a Hyped Up Live stage. I know Detroit, I know the music in Detroit, and I gotta do it. You know me, or if you don't know, check it out. From the Dramatics to George Clinton to Snoop Dogg. If I said I'm bringing you the very best, I'm bringing you the very best in entertainment. Hyped Up Live Sessions, the way we wish you would experience Detroit music. Couch concerts coming up.
Check this out, this your boy Warren G, and we going hard right now with the Hyped Up Live Session with my homeboy T. Green. You better ask somebody. You don't know? Shut.
This music is brought to you by Omnidream. Amazing new technology for musicians. Check it out. Omnidream is what I use, a Hyped Up Live favorite. Tonight's show is brought to you by Symbalon. Check out Symbalon.io, bringing you virtual reality music experiences. From the maker of Dope Water, what's your dope-ass dream? 54 Sounds, your music, your way. Little Blondie, quality microphones. Fat Roach Records, serving the hip-hop community since 1990. Podcast Pros, Broken Blanket, and Split Screen Studios. Hyped International Records. If it ain't hyped, it ain't happening.
Yeah, what's happening? Episode 62 is in the building. And look, I'm excited because we have 2023 Christian Rock winners of the Detroit Music Awards, and I'm happy to have them today. Let's hear it for Sweet Crystal.
This morning, I was lying on the floor. I thought to myself, I just can't take this anymore. When the life I was living, I'd be better off dead. But that's when I heard this small voice in my head. It said, at the foot of the cross, the foot of the cross, salvation, redemption, and new life. This is what it will call. rolled myself over far as I could see. There was no one around, baby, nobody sitting next to me. It must be the end, I must be coming undone. That voice, it just laughed and it said, it's only just begun. Foot of the cross, foot of the cross. Salvation, redemption, a new life, baby, this is what it will cost. And to bring all your troubles, your treasures, and count them as lost. So that's what we did. Change doesn't come easy, nothing happens overnight. Introspection, reflection, and prayer finally made me alright. Just when I thought I had nothing left to learn, you know that voice, it spoke up and it said, now it's someone else's turn. Foot of the cross, foot of the cross. Salvation, redemption, a new life, baby, this is what it will cost. And bring all your troubles and treasures and count them as a loss. A foot of the cross, to the foot of the cross. When I wake up each morning, I'm a born again man. I've learned to live this life with a purpose of gold and a plan. Door is wide open, you're turned up. Step across, won't you come in and join us at the foot of the cross, which is where you will find us every man. How are you? Wonderful, excellent. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for coming in tonight. And in case you're seeing us for not the first time, you probably realize that we're missing a member. This is Sweet Crystal Lighter. Not as light as we could be, but a little lighter. And what we'd like to do is just let you know that drummer Steve's, his mom had an accident last night. It was kind of serious. He had to go to the hospital. He's been with her all day and all night. And if you know anything about our band, then you know God comes first, family comes second, and T-Money comes third. So we decided to come in anyway, even without Steven. And we're going to do everything we can to give you full Sweet Crystal experience. But God bless you, Bernice. Hope you're getting better. We look forward to seeing you back out on your feet again. This is a song from the Seventh Heaven CD that won the 2023 award for Outstanding Gospel Christian Rock Recording. just heard a distant trumpet, a call to arms far away. I just felt a gentle stirring deep within my heart today. And I knew, Lord, it was you calling out to me. Jesus, I don't understand how I fit within your plan to make this world a better place by loving all the human race. Well, it's hard to see how you need me when I'm buried in my sin. But on that tree, Lord, you died for me. I guess that's where I'll begin. On the other side of Calvary, what a glorious place to be. Imagine all the things we'll see on the other side of Calvary. Just take my heart from where I hide it, put it where it needs to be. Take my steps from where I'm going and change direction right back to thee. What you've done, God's holy Son, is a gift beyond compare. Your amazing grace, our heavenly plan, that's what we need to share. The other side of Calvary, what a glorious place to be. Imagine all the things we'll see on the other side of Calvary. Now listen, I am yours and you are mine. We are bound together for all time. We believe we will receive all your promises, divine belief. On the other side of Calvary, what a glorious place to be. Imagine all the things we'll see on the other side of Calvary. On the other side of Calvary, what a glorious place to be. Imagine all the things I will see on the other side, yeah, of Calvary. On the other side of Calvary, the other side of Calvary, the other side of Calvary. And it's the Father, Son, and you and me. Here we go. That's the other side of Calvary. That's some New Testament rock. Here's some Old Testament rock. Born of original sin, back in the days of our original kin. Born of original sin, back in the day of our original king. Adam and Eve ate forbidden fruit, began a life of very impure. Angel of God gave up his sword and said, stay away, saith the Lord. And they were banished from the garden that they grew so well, on their way to a burning hell where we were born of original sin, back in the days of our original kin. Born of original original sin. Back in the day, our original king. You heard the story of the Israelites, how Moses led them and they all to a fire. God parted an angry sea, got Pharaoh's army down to his knees, where they hung the Lord up upon a cross. Because of that, you know our souls are lost no more. Born of original sin. Back in the days of our original kin. Born of original sin. Back in the days of our original kin. That's Steve Weezer. Thank you, Steve. Because of that, you know our soul's alright no more. Born of original sin. I ain't worried, I got born again. Born of original sin. No need to worry, just get born again. No need to worry. I ain't worried. No more worry. Original sin. No need to worry, just get born again. Yeah, no need to worry. I know He is King, ruler of everything. The enemy will not prevail because Jesus gave His life for our bail, and we know He will never let me down. If I put all my trust in Him alone. Let's get this going. When the world weighs on my shoulders, I don't know what to do. That's when I trust in what He told me, He would see me through. God's faith will make me stronger, whereas our flesh always makes us fall. So I just trust in what He told me when I received this very call. King, He's ruler over everything. Enemy will not prevail. Jesus gave His life for my bail, and we know He will never let me down. I know He will always be around. I know He will lift me off the ground. Just put all my trust in Him. We keep our eyes towards heaven, we will start to see chains that always bound us home, all been broken free. And God's faith will make us stronger. It's our flesh that always makes us fall. Just trust His Son Jesus. He died to free us all, y'all. I know He is King. He's ruler over everything. Enemy will not prevail. Jesus gave His life for our bail, and we know He will never let me down. I know He will always be around. Off the ground. If I just put all my trust in Him alone. When the world was on your shoulder, see us through. And we know you'll never let me down. I just know He will always be around. I know He will lift me off the ground if I just put all my trust in Him alone. Trust in Him. Yeah, you just put your trust in Jesus. That'll get you there. How nice you are. Thank you. A very special night here at the Russell Center. Thank you for tuning in to Hyped Up Live Studio Sessions. Thank you, T-Money, for having us here. It means the world. If you know anything about the band Sweet Crystal, find us online, sweetcrystal.com or any of the social media sites. But you know that we have a real heart for the men and women of the armed forces. We have any veterans here tonight? Oh, I know we do. There you are, sir. We met you at the DMAs, didn't we? I remember that. Anyway, you've got to thank a vet. You know we have one in your home, in your family. Well, we are still together after almost 5 decades because of the Armed Forces Wounded Warrior Project and for places that we love to support. You don't have to support any war, but you definitely have to support every warrior, and that's what we do with our lives and our music. This is a tune about the men and women of the armed forces and for their families who sometimes stay behind and have sacrifices every much as great as the ones that go out and stand in the gap for the rest of us. Sending out a prayer for all the warriors, standing guard, preparing for the fight, praying for your strength, for your courage through the night. I'm praying that you all return home safely, welcome you back to friendly shores. And I pray you know God is with you, give you shelter from your storms, sending out a prayer for all the mothers who worry for their children every day, stationed in a lonely foreign land, a world away. I'm praying for you fathers who in silence are shedding a tear that no one sees, and crying out for your sons and your daughters. Lord, please send them home to me, and I will pray for you, and will you pray for me, and together lift our voices to the sun. When we pray as one, asking all thy will be done, we will stand upon His promise that we'll see your kingdom come. And we pledge allegiance to the flag of this United States of America, to that republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for each and every one of us. Mr. Bill Bladder on guitar. For you, and will you pray for me? And together lift our voices to the very sun. When we pray as one, asking, oh God, will Lord it be done? We will stand upon the promise. We'll see your kingdom come. Sending out a prayer for all the warriors facing down those very gates of hell. Praying for that soldier who lies buried where he fell. And we pray for you, saints, and for us sinners, knowing there's one thing is true. Oh, we are God's children, and this prayer we pray for you. It's an everyday reminder. It's the least that we can do for you. God bless you. Oh, sweet Red, thank you. It's a song about another type of warrior. Some people call him a prayer warrior. And at one point in our lives, we can all use a prayer warrior. But at many times in our life, God calls us to be a prayer warrior. And that's what we need. And we're soldiers of the crown. Time, it moves so fast. This night, it's fleeting past. Oh, I wonder, can I last until the morning? Temptations all around. Do we stand and hold our ground, or just surrender up the crown without warning? If we believe in the words that he spoke, and his message from the cross, now we'll receive both the promise and the hope. When he returns, you know we will see him, soldier of the crown. We are faithful, honor-bound, you know, protecting what we found, joy receivers. We are soldiers of the crown. We are steadfast and honor-bound, protecting holy ground. Lord, we're true believers, and we believe, Lord, in the words that you spoke, and in your look for answers, search for glory and romances. But what we need are more soldiers of the crowd. 'Cause finally it's true in everything that we do. But it all becomes brand new. That's His promise. We are soldiers of the crown. We are steadfast and honor-bound. And for the blessings that abound, you know you just join us, join us. Come on. In our lives we look for answers, search for glory and romances, but it's enough to be a soldier of the crown. Soldiers of the crowd. How nice you are. Thank you. You're very, very kind. We do appreciate that. We got a brand new song coming out on the next CD, which will be entitled 8, the CD, not the song. Something new for you. It's a song about working together and what we're supposed to be doing. Another soldier song. This one's entitled Whatever It Takes. Here we go. We were born to work together. We are here to help the poor. We are meant to feed the hungry. Doing all we can and then do more. Guided and directed. No longer lost. We are soldiers in His army. Defenders of the cross. On a word that's true, a promise to always do whatever is needed and whatever it takes. Families fall in, for you we say a prayer. Hearing of your heartache, please know we truly care. To give up might seem too easy, stay the course so hard. When your road gets lighter, you hand it off to the Lord, yeah. Standing on a word that's true, a promise to always do whatever is needed and whatever it takes. Now look, and all we say and all we do, Christ should come shining through. Our sins forgiven, lives renewed. This is what He will do for you. The path that lies before us, it offers a new start. This is how we change the world. Helping hands and loving hearts. Come on. Guided and directed, we're no longer lost. We are soldiers in His army, defenders of His cross. Standing on a Well, it's for heaven's sake. Something new for you, whatever it takes. How nice you are, thank you. We got time for one more song. This one's a little lengthy. And there's a reason for that. It's the story of our lives, the story of a lot of people's lives. But I do want to end the night with the same words that we end all of our shows with. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you, be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you his peace. Anybody that's ever been in armed conflict can carry wounds that you can see on the outside. But every man, every woman, every child who's ever been in a war carries scars on the inside that you can't always see. The suicide rate of our veterans is far, far too heavy a price for us to pay. And we have to do something about that. But looking around, we are all walking wounded. We are broken from the start. We're encased in this rusted armor. We're bleeding from our heart. As we stand out in that battlefield, crying out to the Lord, Jesus, if you came to save us, why is this life so hard? This is our song. This is Prisoner Unbound. Did you come here to touch me? Did you come to heal the places I hurt? Though my flesh appears as whole, but there are wounds upon my soul, and there are many here who believe like I do. Did you come here to catch me? Did you see me as I stumbled and I fell? All the bumps and all the bends dropped me to my knees again. There are many here who believe like I do. So I ask you, can the lost ever be found? Unbound. How did you come here to touch me? Have you seen how far I'm fallen from grace? Oh, you say you love me still. You always have, you always will. But there are many here who need what I do, and so we ask you. Lost never be found. Can a prisoner be unbound? Can you fix what's broken down? Or can a prisoner be unbound? There's a battle raging for my soul. It's been so long since I felt whole alright. Your words are meant to comfort me. I'm so blind, I cannot see the lights. In the blink of an eye, we can live, we can die by the choices that we make. And the pressure is real, these emotions we feel are so hard for us to take. What if I said there's a guide up ahead who can lead us away from this? Would you open the door, embrace what's in store, or betray the one who is standing with your kid? There's a fire smoldering deep inside, extinguished by the tears I cry like rain. Hell, Lord, you call heaven, I thought was hell. Can you pull me from this well of pain? Well, the story you heard might have sounded absurd. I'm here to say it's true. A man has come down from heaven and found a way to save me and you. If you simply accept, take that first step, join me on my knees. Now from the start, open your heart to everything that you need. The point of our story, the promise of glory, and an end to all our heartache and all our pain. A love everlasting, oh, it's ours for the asking, and our lives will never, ever be all the same. When you call upon the power of His name, Lord, we call your name. Did you come here to save me? The truth be told, I'm ready to go, and I will give this one more try. If I can stand, I can fly, and there are many here, yeah, who want to come too, all because of you. And now the lost have all been found, and all the prisoners have been unbound. You pick us up to our highest ground, and now the prisoners have been unbound. God bless you. We're Sweet Crystal. Thank you so much. It means the world to us. Find us online. We got plenty of room for you.
Stick and stay, don't go away.
Don't go away.
Stick and stay, don't go away. We'll be right back with the interview. Tonight's show is brought to you by Symbalon. Check out Symbalon.io, bringing you virtual reality music experiences. From the maker of Dope Water, what's your dope-ass dream? 54 Sounds, your music, your way. Little Blondie, quality microphones. Fat Roach Records, serving the hip-hop community since 1990. Podcast Pros, Broken Blanket, and Split Screen Studios. Hyped International Records. If it ain't hyped, it ain't happening.
Seems like it was only yesterday I was in my bedroom, dreaming. Now I'm out doing better things and I'm only one step away from my dreams. Oh, I had to make it, 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 Seems like it was only yesterday I was in my bedroom, dreaming. Now I'm out doing better things and I'm only one step away from my dreams. Oh, I had to make it, 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 I had to make it.
Hi, my name is T Money Green. When I record in the Detroit area, I go to 54 Sound. 54 Sound, professional and experienced. Call 248-54 Sounds to discuss your next project. 54 Sound, your music, your way.
Yeah, that's right. We are back. Welcome back. My name is Jen, and we are back here, episode 62 of Hyped Up Live Sessions. We are in beautiful Detroit, Michigan, and we are with the amazing Sweet Crystal.
Thank you very much. Sweet.
Let me tell you, they just rocked it out. I hope y'all got a chance to see it because that was an amazing performance. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We loved it. We appreciate it. I know this isn't your first time here. Yeah, that was how long ago was that?
A year ago.
Yeah.
I get this mic. Hey, there's no cord.
We'll pass it around.
Yeah, right. There you go.
How long ago were you here? That was episode 41, right? So
It was
almost
last July.
Yeah,
Last July.
okay.
Yeah.
Minute or two ago, huh?
Yeah.
I know, right? Time flies, right?
Very
Huh?
enjoyable.
All right, so let's start off by introducing everyone. We'll start off with the lead vocal,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
keyboard.
My name is Mark Andrew Speck. I play keyboards and do lead vocals.
Martin Kukar, bass.
Bill Blatter on guitars.
And our drummer, who's not here, Steve Weezer, is taking care of his mom tonight in the hospital. And so
We're thinking of him.
He's doing a lot more than any of us are doing right here tonight. So thank you, Steve. We miss you, especially at the beginning of that one song. But we won't talk about that. Other than that.
So you guys are fairly new. You've only been together for what, like 45 years now?
We're just getting going to figure out how this actually works.
Okay, cool. I mean, because you guys have it together, so it seems like you've been together for more than that. Now, you guys all met in high school, correct?
Not exactly.
Not exactly?
Not totally.
This is why I don't believe everything I read. Tell me how you met.
I was telling the story to somebody else, just the other night there from a performance that Mark had at church here. And actually, it started out, the drummer and I, Steve and I, were in bands in high school together.
Okay.
Then we had a band, kept it going, and we played at sock hops and things like that, for about a year. And then it kind of slowed down. And then Steve gave me a call one time and said, "Hey, man, you want to start a band?" And I went, "I was just going to give you a call." He says, "I know of a keyboard player." And he knew of them from some other people and things like that. So he brought Mark over. Mark had a friend of his come over too. Was a bass player.
Okay.
And we jammed over at Steve's mother's house. That's where we were so gracious that the same lady that's in the hospital.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
oh, big time. But anyhow, it started to gel right off the bat.
That's awesome.
We just had a great time. So it was originally just the four of us for a few years, and then we started playing some high schools and things, and then we got into the bar scene. We said we want to do this for a career.
Okay. So you guys started officially in, what was it, 74? Okay.
74, yeah. We were all 18, 19 years old.
That's crazy.
So next year is 5 decades of Sweet
That's
Crystal.
Right.
just crazy.
We still keep going. Yeah.
I mean, I seriously don't understand how you guys do it because I've been reading so much about you, and you guys are constantly out. You're constantly playing out. You're constantly practicing, and you guys live like all over the map. I mean, I'm amazed at the energy that you guys have. especially during the performance. I mean, it's like watching a Broadway musical. You guys are so lovely to watch. You're so happy, and it's just lovely.
We enjoy what we're doing. Yeah.
It translates, let me tell you. So, yeah, well, you know, that's what I do. So how did you guys manage to keep everything going for so long? I mean, there have to have been some struggles along the way.
Nope.
Oh,
There,
well,
there,
okay.
there-
Well, that's-
there
that was
hasn't
easy.
there hasn't
Hang
been
on.
any struggles. We played live in the bar scene for 15, maybe 20 years, and the scene changed. It went to more discos, and there were a lot less places to play. So we kind of took a hiatus from playing live,
Okay.
built a couple of studios, and started doing soundtracks for commercials, TV shows, indie films, whatever we can get our hands on, for about
Nice.
10 years.
Okay.
And so we stayed together playing that type of music. It wasn't until a friend of ours, a Vietnam vet, came over to our place and said he remembered my band, our band, from the 70s. And he said there were a lot of vets in the area that remembered, would you guys come and be in our inaugural Veterans Fest, is what he called it. It was out in
That's
Pontiac.
awesome.
It was 12 years ago, and we hadn't played live in a decade.
That's
So we
great.
said, all right, let's finish all these songs we have sitting around. Warriors was probably the first one that we did for them.
Right.
And we went out and played, and we haven't stopped since. So we've been playing almost more now than when we were young and doing it as a living. Now we're doing it because we have a calling.
That's awesome.
And this is what we do. So because of Russ Barnett, who has since passed because of Agent Orange issues, we got back together. So that's why we do so much for veterans organizations, Wounded Warrior Projects, stuff, because really, if it wasn't for the vets, we wouldn't have the freedom, but also we probably wouldn't have gotten back out live.
That's awesome.
And we appreciate it more now than when we were young and
I love
stupid.
it. And you
Thank
know they appreciate it too, so that's great. All right, let's go back to November of 1978, was it? We're talking Cream Magazine? Was there a little contest? Thank you, Jan.
Oh, wow. That does go back, yeah. Cream Magazine, which has just come back out. I mean, it
I
disappeared
heard
for like
that.
30 years, it's back. The band entered something called So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star, and that was a contest. They had 50,000 bands entered from across the United States, just whoever,
Right.
everybody. We came in third.
It's amazing.
Out of all these bands.
That's amazing.
It was pretty amazing because who knew that what we were doing was something people wanted to hear, but and we won a bass amp.
Right.
And so we've been through 13 bass players since then, but we got that amp, and that amp is still a champ. But
I love it. So did you have to play out for this honor?
no,
Like how
it
did
was
you
just you just sent recordings in. Cream Magazine.
Wow.
And can you imagine the judge's job to listen to 50,000 cassette?
And you guys made it. Look at that. That's awesome. I love that.
And yes,
Okay.
we did want to be a rock and roll star.
So now, yeah, and so that was my next thing is I was reading that you guys were really into the rock and roll lifestyle, and that's what you wanted to do. Where and how did you transition into staying true to your hearts and the message that you guys wanted to put out? Well, how did that all come about? Where did that transition come into play?
That is my personal journey.
Okay.
Right? And God bless Bill and Steve. They stayed with me through this. Turns out I was having problems with my voice. Went to a doctor, and he said I had a hole in one of my vocal cords. He said, you've had it since birth. It's called a congenital cyst, but new laser technology, this was 79, maybe 80, has come out. We can go in and sculpt out a new edge to your vocal cord, and you'll be able to be fine. So we did it. And 6 weeks after the surgery, I still could barely talk, and we went back in for a checkup and said, so when can I start singing again? And the doctor goes, what do you mean singing? I said, I told you I was the lead singer of a band. He goes, I thought you were like a band leader. He said, I never would have done that surgery if I knew you had to use your voice for this. And that's what brought me to my knees. Jan and I just had to, at that point, get down on our knees and give it over to God. And we said, Lord, I don't know what this is all about, but from this point on, if I get my voice back, I'm going to stop singing, forgive me, the Led Zeppelin, the AC/DC, and all that stuff. We're just going to do our music, and we're going to do it for the Lord. And
That's an
6 months after
incredible
that, I got a
story.
vocal award in Nashville for a contest that I entered. There is no scar tissue. There is nothing on my vocal cord that shows that I even had the surgery. It actually got written up in a medical journal because the guy who did it was so good.
Well,
we know
amen.
who did it.
I mean, geez.
But Bill and Steve and I stayed together. We went through quite a few other band members who
stayed for a while, but it's a calling. And now Marty's been with us for going on 5 years, maybe 6 years. So this is us, and this is what we do, and we do it for the Lord. Otherwise, it's just throwaway.
What an awesome story. That's so great. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's
thanks.
very personal.
Thanks for
I
asking.
appreciate that. So, see, I was so curious because I'm like, who was it? Was it someone's parents being pushy? Did someone get sent to Catholic school or something? But
that was God
is much
slapped
better.
me upside the head going, hey.
So now we talked about the awards a little bit. You guys have won like what, 1, 2, maybe 28, something like that. Are you at 26?
The official number now is 26.
Oh, is it 26? Okay.
I got 2 extra ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know.
He's got 28.
He excites easily. No. And it's not just the Detroit Music Awards, correct? You've won other awards, the Academy of Music, yes, and
Yeah, we've done that. Right.
We've got 4 of those. We've got a couple of Lifetime Achievements Awards and Global Music Awards. And so what's nice about awards is the fact that it seems to say that people are paying attention to who you are. It doesn't really mean anything in the big scope of life, but it's very flattering, especially for the Detroit Music Awards, because it's voted on by our compatriots. It's by people that know us, and we know them. And when you win, that's just validation that they understand what you're doing and that you're doing it truthfully. Doesn't mean they have to think you are the best at what you're doing, but they believe what we believe, that our hearts are in it, and that's when you get the award, and that makes it very cool.
Well, it was lovely to see you that night after you won.
That was good.
You
You were great,
so
man.
happy. Thanks.
Yeah, you were.
Thanks. I tried. Hey. Okay, so tell me about your music studio, Nightcryer Music.
Well, it's a personal studio. We
Okay.
do projects in it with other bands or other artists if it's got something to do with us, but it really was built for Sweet Crystal. We built it back 20 years now, right? It was 20 years ago we put it together, and we've had little iterations of it along the way, but the big one now in Canton is really for us.
Okay.
But we're working with David Winans right now in his Pie project, so he's kind of taken us up as a backup band for him, so we're working with him. I work with another band called Secondhand Mojo, which is more of a Midwest classic rock band.
Okay.
So we do that, and I play keyboard tracks for a variety of artists that come our way that we know.
Okay.
We really don't do it for financial. We don't really do it for money. We just do it because it's projects we want to get involved with.
Well, and I saw that you don't sell your CDs and stuff. You just
You can't sell Jesus. No, we bring CDs to all of our live
thought
events,
that
and
was so cool.
we just give them away because
love
that's
that.
who we are, and we just hope somebody will take it home and somebody will hear it and go, I get
and
it.
people do, and they have.
Thank you. Yeah, baby.
Okay, and tell me about your solo situation.
Mine? Well,
Yes.
we retired 6 years ago, my wife and I, from our day gigs after working 40, 50 years, however much it was. And I decided I was going to try doing solo shows, playing the same music that we do with the band. And as it turns out, it goes over very well because the same lyric, the same content is there. And I call it solo but never alone because I have the backing tracks that these guys put together. So every time I play, it's like they are there. It's interesting to play a lot of these open mics because most of the time it's a person with an acoustic guitar singing somebody's song.
And you've got a whole
and
band.
I bring my thing up and we hit it and I go, all right, well, good luck following that. But no, but it's just neat. So now I feel confident going out on my own, doing things.
Right.
But I much prefer the band. There's nothing like playing with the guys.
Well,
It's
of
just
course.
it's a whole different world. But at least God is opening doors for places that these guys can't always get to because of work or travel.
Well,
so it
yeah,
works
you guys
for us.
live all over the place. I mean,
Yeah, we
it
do.
is crazy. Well, hey, that's cool.
Lansing. He's on the west side of Lansing, and we practice in Canton. So
I seriously don't know how you do it. So, all right, tell me what's next for Sweet Crystal? What do we have to look forward to? Do you have some shows lined up?
Well, we're working on 8. The next CD.
Okay.
We do have shows. We've got two dates in July in Corktown.
Okay, nice.
We'll also be playing with David Winans at the Kaju Cafe. That's coming up.
Nice.
We have quite a few festivals up in the Flint-Clio area, which is interesting. That place is really starting to hop. Nice. And St. John's is the Mint Festival. Yeah, if you just go to our website, sweetcrystal.com, you can sign up for the mailing list, but it always lists where we're playing and what we're doing. And we try to stay as current as we can with that because we love seeing people that we know.
Nice. And tell me, what's your one bucket list venue? Where's the one place that you guys haven't played out yet that you really want to play?
Wow. That's. I'm not sure. You know what would be nice? Those 2 new places down in Wyandotte. There's 2 new clubs that just opened up down there that sound very interesting because we played pretty much everywhere else. I mean, back when there was a rock and roll cafe downtown or the Emerald Theater, any of those places are great clubs. But these 2 new ones apparently down in Wyandotte sound amazing. So they just started up. So hopefully they'll get around to bringing like our band in. The thing about Sweet Crystal is that we just don't do religious venues because we're not here to hit anybody over the head with Jesus. We're not evangelistic. We just play our songs and tell our stories, and usually somebody can relate to it because they're going through something we've gone through.
Absolutely.
And we know what that light is at the end of the tunnel. So we play really well with both secular bands and sacred bands, and that's what's nice about Sweet Crystal. We pretty much can handle anything that's been thrown our way over all these years.
No, you guys have amazing energy. You have amazing chemistry. You're so much fun to watch, like I said. We're so happy that you were able to make it out here again tonight. I don't even know what else. Anything else you want to mention this evening?
Thank you, T-Money. Wherever you are, T-Money, thank you for having us here,
back
man.
there.
Couldn't do it without you, buddy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And before we go, we want to thank our sponsors, Dope Water. Dope Water is a brand that supports all mental health initiatives to ensure that we are all on the right path to be our very best person. And, of course, Simulon, simulon.io. Check it out online. It is one-on-one immersive concert stuff. If you want to have a couch concert, you want to see some cool acts like, I don't know, John Paul Wallace, maybe Michaela Prue, T-Money Green, then go check it out. All right? Check it out. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Watch us next month. We're going to be back. Episode 63, The Detroit Doors. So tune in. Be here.